and now it's pro masters bikini. And I was like, oh crap. So I like slid my shoes on really quick and like got in the lineup, and we all walked out. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, November 30th. Got back from LA last week, and then there was Thanksgiving. I had to work all Thanksgiving weekend. It's just been kind of crazy since I've gotten back home, and so a little bit of a delay getting this video made, but finally able to sit down and talk about the World Championships. It was just a great experience. All right, so let's talk about LA. Got there on Thursday. As soon as we got there, we were checking into the hotel, and I saw one of the friends that I met in Boston. She was checking into the same hotel. So that was cool. I got to see one of my new friends that I made. I went to check in. That's when it really started to hit me, because I saw competitors from other countries. It just really started to hit home that this was truly a world-class event. Like, I knew in my head, you know, it's obviously the World Championships, so it's going to be a very big, a major event, but just seeing all the competitors and seeing just how great they looked and seeing the different teams, it really struck me as, wow, this is truly world-class. I felt so proud and just so privileged to have the opportunity to even be there. I was just so proud. Like, I ended up like buying all these shirts and a jacket. Like, I wanted all the swag because I wanted to like just show off how proud I was that I was there. And so yeah, I went in there, I was like, you know what? This is just the icing on the cake. I've had such a great season that whatever happens, it's just icing on the cake. And that was my mindset going in. Friday evening, we had a competitors meeting, and it was all of the bikini girls, both amateur and pro, and there was a lot of girls there, lots of different countries represented, and I got to meet up with some of my Boston friends, and so that was exciting. So at the meeting, we got to see how many people were in our category, and there were 16 in Pro Masters Bikini. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, there's 16 of us. I think last year there were only 8. And so when I saw that there were 16, and they didn't divide us up into height class, so it was all 16 of us together, and I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be tough. Like, you know, don't go in there with any expectations. Just, you know, there's 16 of you, just get out there and do your best. And day of the show, I knew it was probably going to go pretty quick because Pro Masters Bikini was third in the lineup, and I think there was Pro Figure and like Masters Bodybuilding before, and there weren't a whole lot of competitors in those categories. So I knew that it was going to go pretty quick, and I was like, I got to start pumping up. So I'm backstage, I'm like eating, pumping up, and then they called us back to, like, there was a little like holding area backstage, and so they called us back to that area, and I'm still pumping up, and I have my shoes on, like I'm ready to roll, and it's kind of taking longer than I thought it was going to take. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I had my flip-flops backstage with me, so I kicked off my heels and started to put on my flip-flops, and then they go, and now it's Pro Masters Bikini. And I was like, oh crap. So I like slid my shoes on really quick and like got in the lineup, and we all walked out. I was number 22, and I was kind of in the middle, but towards the end, like not quite on the end, but not quite in the middle. And so came out, and I was just like, there's 16 of us. Are they even gonna see me? Like, I didn't even think I was gonna get a look. And so they, you know, did our quarter turns, and then all of a sudden, the first thing they said was, number 22, please step forward. And I was like,
number 22, step forward and change places with number 18. Change places on stage.
Let's go, 22!
they just called my number. And so I stepped forward, and they're like, switch places with number blah, blah, blah. And they basically moved me to, I was center, like I was pretty much in the center. I don't know if I was dead center, but I was in the center, and I was like, oh my gosh, they just called my number first. Like, when they call your number first, that means you got noticed. And I was like, okay. So they saw me. They saw me. Like, I was excited about that. And so got moved to closer to the center, and they quarter turned us, they walked us, and I was pretty much staying in the center. And they had us, moving around a little bit, and then they kind of moved us to the side, and then moved like another group, almost like a second call out came out. They moved them around. We were on stage almost 30 minutes. It was just under 30 minutes. And my shoulder was like killing me the whole time. I was trying to, hold my poses. And I'm just like, I'm getting so sore. And I'm just like, do not, come out of your pose for any reason. Just suck it up and just let your shoulder hurt. You can hurt all day tomorrow. Just stay in your pose. And I can remember at one point, we were in our back pose, so I was facing the back of the stage, and there was the backdrop, and the backdrop said World Championships, and the words World Championships were right in front of my face. And I was just looking at those words, and I was just like, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. World Championships. Like, I was just sitting there staring at those words and just being like, I cannot believe World Championships. So anyway, long story even longer, came off, and I was like, I think I'm top 5. I was up there with the other girls that kind of got called out in like the first call outs. And so I felt pretty confident that I was in the top 5. Only the top 5 girls got to do their individual stage walk. And so we went off stage, and we're kind of waiting backstage because it takes them a few minutes to tally the scores. And so we're waiting backstage, and then they came back and they told us, okay, here's the top 5. And they called our numbers, and I was in the top 5. And probably the best thing was the other girls that didn't get in the top 5, they were so happy for the rest of us. They were high-fiving us. They were congratulating us. They were cheering us on. It doesn't feel like it's not a cutthroat competition. It's not, people trying to one up each other. It's a camaraderie. It's a group of friends that all are focused on the same goal of just showcasing their hard work, and they're so proud of everyone else. And that was just so amazing to me. And so they congratulated us, they high-fived us, and so we each got to walk out and do our individual stage walk, and then we came off and then came right back on, and then they were ready to give the awards. And so I was like, I'm top 5 out of 16 out of the world. And they started calling numbers, and I ended up in 3rd place. And I could not be more excited. It was just so exciting. The lady that won first, she has won it. I think that was her 3rd time in a row to win it. And the lady that got second, I believe she came in second last year. And so I got 3rd. And my new friend that I hung out with backstage, she got 4th. And so it was really cool to be on stage with her. She was standing right next to me when we first walked out on stage, and then she ended up getting 4th place. And so that was exciting to be able to share that with my friend as well. And so, yeah, got 3rd place and just could not believe it. Then came off stage, had to go do our urine sample, of course. So went and did that, and was talking to the lady that got 2nd place. She's a really awesome, sweet lady. I'm looking forward to getting to know her more, as we do more shows together. Really sweet. And then the 1st place lady, I didn't get to talk with her very much, but I've kind of, commented on some of her Instagram posts, and I think I'll get a chance to meet with her and become friends with her too. So yeah, super exciting. And then there was an area backstage where they were doing like photo shoots. And so I got to get some pictures taken. And then I got to see a couple of people that I kind of not really idolize, but I'm kind of like a fangirl. Alberto Nunez of 3D Muscle Journey, he was competing, and he was backstage pumping up as I was finishing my photo shoot. And so I went up to him and I was like, hey, I'm not trying to take your focus or anything. I just want to tell you that I'm a big fan of 3DMJ. And anyway, he was like, well, you know, the guys are here. Like the other guys from 3DMJ are out in the audience. I was like, they are, really? And so he's like, yeah, go talk to him, go introduce yourself or whatever. And so I went out to the audience, and I got to meet Dr. Eric Helms of 3DMJ. Super nice guy. I was like super excited to meet the guys. So yeah, I was a little bit of a fangirl, and I probably embarrassed myself a little bit, but I didn't care. I was like, I'm doing it. So yeah, so we went out and just got some more pictures, and then went back to the hotel and got up early, came home on Sunday. That's about it, guys. It was just such a great experience. Like the thing that I learned the most was, you know, it doesn't feel like competition anymore. It just feels like I'm hanging out with friends, and we're just showing off, basically. Like we're showcasing all of our hard work, and we're so proud of each other, and so like supportive, and just want each other to do well. And that makes me feel really good that I'm in this sport. And even though you're on stage as an individual, it really, really is a team sport, and you really are up there with your friends once you get to this level. It's very, very different from the amateur circuit and some of the other shows that I've done in the past. So very proud to be a part of the WNBF and represent natural bodybuilding. And I hope that I can represent well and just share with you like what it's like to be in this journey. And I hope maybe I can be an inspiration to others, and hopefully you can learn something from my journey. And I know that I'm learning a lot as I'm going through this, and yeah, it's really, really fun. So, and that's always my goal, is to have fun. My number one goal is to have fun, and I'm definitely having fun. Even if I lose, I'm still having fun, and that's the important thing. So I am going to sign off for now, and we will see you in the next video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Yeah, so definitely appreciate all the love and support, and we will see you in the next video.